Hello everybody. In this video I will be writing a simple program to write data to text file and read back that text file. Okay, so in order to read or write data to file, we have to import this package java.io. You can see here I have already imported the package java.io.asterisk. That means all the classes of this IO package will be imported. So now let's start coding. We have to use try catch block because it will throw IO exception. Okay, simple. Now I will be creating object of BufferedReader and BufferedWriter to read and write text to the file. Okay, now let's first create BufferedWriter. BW is equal to new BufferedWriter. Then I have to pass object of file writer. Then I have to mention file where I want to write the data. Okay, this ABC file will be stored within the same file where this Java program is stored. Okay, so I'm creating the object of BufferedWriter and passing file writer. Using file writer I am creating this abc.txt. okay, now I can write data to this file abc.txt using object of BufferedWriter. Write hello from file. Okay, simple. Now we must close this file. Okay, otherwise the data will not be returned to the file. Okay, so initially we created the object of BufferedWriter and get handled to the ABC file. Then we use the write method of this BufferedWriter object to write the text. Then we close it. This line will be returned to the file abc.txt. okay, now let's compile this. Okay, we compiled successfully. Now execute it. Now the name of my file is read write to file underscore I. You can see here. Now let's type the content of abc.txt. We can see hello from file is shown here. Okay, we can write multiple line cells also. Suppose bw.write double quote then /n to start text from the new line, hello from earth. Then we can store the value of variable also, intx b44 bw.write value of x is plus x. Then I have to write /n here. Now I will be recompiling and executing this code, and that will override this content. Okay, whatever you have written previously, it will be gone and will start writing this new content. I can change this here also, hello from planet. Simple. Now this text will appear, and this one which we have already written, that will be overwritten. Okay, previous content we cannot retain. Okay, so now let's compile this. Okay, perfect. Now execute this. Now let's see the content abc.txt. Now you can see whatever you have written, everything is coming in their own line. So using BufferedWriter object, we can write text to the file. Now let's see how to read this file. Okay, now let's create another try catch block. Okay, IO exception. Here I have left this catch block empty, no problem. We can write the message or something like this, system.out println error, or we can write stack trace. Okay, e.print stack trace. Simple. It will show what are the problems. Okay, now here we have to read this file. Okay, so what we do is we will be creating object of BufferedReader here. Okay, br is equal to new BufferedReader. Then we have to pass file reader. Then our file is abc.txt. Here abc.txt and this Java file are stored in the same folder. Okay, this is the relative path. Now let's use the string variable yes. Okay, now we will be using loop to read the content of this file. Okay, while okay yes is equal to br.read line is not equal to null, this loop will continue. Then system.out.println br.read, not br, I have to write yes because I have already read the line and store within yes, so I will be displaying yes here. This loop will continue until null value is found within the file. Okay, now let's re-execute this cls. Whatever content previously was, that will be overwritten because we are using this BufferedReader first, then we are using BufferedReader, then only we are using the BufferedReader. So now let's compile this. Perfect. Okay, this is the message shown. Okay, that is message shown after reading the file using this BufferedReader. So we are using the object of BufferedReader to read the content of this file txt. BufferedReader will take parameter object of file reader, and we will take the file name. You can see here we are passing abc.txt to the file reader, and this file reader is passed to the BufferedReader, and BufferedReader's read line is used to the text from the file. This read line will read line by line of the file, and it will terminate if it finds null. So we are using a simple loop here to read the file. So in this way we can use the BufferedReader object to read the file, and we can use a BufferedWriter object to write to the file. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much.